I'm William McCormick, and this is my Kinetics Lab. So we started off weighing out the oxalic acid and the potassium permanganate. To be specific, we put 100 milliliters of distilled water in the beakers and weighed out 5.4 grams of oxalic acid and 0.474 grams of potassium permanganate. So the first test was simple. I put 4 milliliters of potassium permanganate in one test tube and 4 milliliters of oxalic acid in another. I then mixed them together and put the thumb over the mouth of the tube to better mix it. And what that did was change the color from dark purple, as you can see, to red, brown, and after that it slowly starts changing color, goes from orange to yellow and then to finally clear. This first test took an hour, 6 minutes, and 26 seconds. So for reaction 2, the substances actually went down. So I put 2 milliliters of potassium permanganate and then 6 milliliters of distilled water in a test tube. And then I put 2 milliliters of oxalic acid in another. I poured the oxalic acid in the mixture, and as you can see, same thing, it changed color. Reaction 2 took an hour, 5 minutes, and 19 seconds. So pretty much, similar timetables with that. This went from purple to dark red to red to orange to yellow to tan, and then finally clear. As y'all can see, both final reaction 1 and 2 both turned clear at about the same time. So reaction 3 was very interesting. It was 4 milliliters of potassium permanganate in a test tube, 4 milliliters of oxalic acid in another. And then after that, I filled a beaker with ice, as you can see, and placed each test tube in the bath for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I mixed the solutions and monitored the changes. This took about an hour and 19 minutes to go to clear. There was no changes after the first 10 minutes. The ice bath was initially at 0.5 degrees Celsius when I was measuring the temp of it. So for reaction 3B, I set up a hot plate on a stove top, and I put 4 milliliters of both substances in different test tubes, put those in for 10 minutes, let them heat, and then I mixed them instantly. And as you can see, the color changed extremely quickly. It took about 35 seconds. When mixed, it turned clear. It went from purple, red, brown, orange to, as you can see, clear. The final and fourth reaction required 4 milliliters of potassium permanganate and 4 milliliters of oxalic acid in 2 different test tubes. I then mixed the 2 test tubes, as you can see, and added a catalyst, which was manganese dioxide. And so this took the longest out of all the reactions, but definitely had one of the more interesting reactions because, as you can see at the very end, there's a bunch of residue in that last picture.